Two, one. Hello everyone, this is your boy Ramo Dima, and following today, you know what time it is. It's the time of the podcast of darkness. Now, here you got my best friend and the guy who introduced me to the team. You've got Arrow. Arrow, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello guys, I'm Black Arrow. I am the one who introduced Puff to this server, and it's a pleasure to be here.
So Arrow, let's get right into this, yeah? So,
Of course.
for those who don't know, Arrow came to me once and said, "You know what, Ramo? We're starting a brotherhood. I would love you to join. I would love that you would join." And I accepted that offer, and thank God I did. So Arrow, what do you find that makes this brotherhood different to you?
Well, there are a lot of things that make this brotherhood different from our last server. For example, we make decisions in a very democratic way, because we have a bunch of imperial senators which make decisions for our server. So it's really, we're all participating in it together.
Perfect.
And it's much more friendly atmosphere.
So Arrow, what do you think of the new House Ren and House Vesla? Do you enjoy the deployments?
Yeah, I actually really do enjoy the deployments. I mean, I enjoy every deployment that we have, but these kind of deployments are in some way more personal, because, well, we are all a community, both houses, but this way it still like makes some kind of tension between us, and in a friendly way, of course, so it's really enjoyable.
So Arrow, you've heard me yesterday declare that I wanted to start a tournament, a World Cup, if you may say, for
Yes,
the Star Wars
I have
Battlefront
heard.
communities. So for you, all of you, for all of you who don't know, this tournament is gonna be the best of the best. Every community in Star Wars Battlefront facing one another, in a chance to become the best community ever. Now, Arrow, what do you think of that decision?
I really like the decision. Well, as long as other communities want to join it, then it would be great, because it would increase the activity in our server and in their communities. So it would be great, and this way we could really show that we're the best.
And speaking of servers and greatness, you remember yesterday we've had a deployment with the
Oh, yes.
187th. Now, Arrow,
Indeed.
do you want to induct any famous people of the deployment yesterday? Any person who stood out and made an appearance that shook the battlefield?
Well, I will of course give a few shoutouts. Shout out to Thomas or Chaos Chimera, he and Zombie Killer or George. They are the leaders of 187th, and they really proved themselves on the battlefield and in leading the deployment. Then, of course, we have some of our most valuable members. We have you, of course, Puff. Our leader, Sander, or Dark Knight. And I would like to say also Rage and Phantom. So, good job, guys.
Speaking of Rage and Phantom, yesterday they made me so proud by being one of the first people to arrive.
Yeah, indeed. They, among the Brotherhood of Darkness members, they were the first to arrive.
Which made me really proud, you know, like that. That's what I always say to Sander. Those of you who don't know, Sander is the Supreme Chancellor, our brother and savior, basically the guy who made this all happen. Thank you, Sander. And for those of you who don't know, Sander's actually playing with us right now. You're now seeing a competition of the best. How did I kill Kylo Ren? I have no idea. So Sander's Obi-Wan. Hi there, Sander. For those of you who don't know, I'm a huge Anakin fan, but you can't say because he's OP. But you know, it's nice to be the chosen one for once. But I really, you know, you always surprise me, Arrow. You always use Chewbacca, which makes me worried, you know. For someone,
Why?
because I kind of suspect that you might be a furry. Just saying.
No, 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 no. I am in no way a furry. I just enjoy playing with blasters in HVV.
Well, there you got it. For the rumors that the Arrow might be a furry, it's all wrong.
And not a furry fake news.
Just to make things clear, Arrow, this podcast, do you think it's a good idea, or should we just shut it down?
What? No, we shouldn't shut it down. In no way. It's really a great idea to advertise our brotherhood, and it's just really cool. I love it personally. Even the last podcast, it was awesome.
And like,
Okay.
speaking of podcasts, the reason why I wanted to invite you so bad as my first ever guest is for one reason, my friend, and that reason is you have been a formidable opponent. You've been tough. I've played with
Thank
you.
you.
I've dueled with you. You're a tough son of a gun.
I have to say
And-
the same for you, because you defeated me a lot of times.
Well, that was all luck, my friend. You know me, I'm mostly a lucky bastard sometimes.
Hell no, it's skills, man.
And like, I wanted to know, what advice can you give for those who just started? Like, what would you give for those who find it hard, you know, coming into these servers, coming into these brotherhoods or communities, as you can say? What advice would you give them? How could they correspond with it?
Okay, so the only advice I can really give is, it might be a cliche, but don't give up, because everything you do the first time is hard, and eventually you'll get used to it and become one of the best people.
Exactly, and one of the biggest examples of that I can say is, for example, Greek guy or
Yeah,
Tiago. You know,
Indeed.
they're new, but yet they've made a big appearance. They've made amazing things happen, which I'm so proud of. Just saying.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you guys, but like, when you join these communities, it's all about putting in the effort. If you don't put any effort, you're not gonna get anything out of it.
Of course, yes. You need to put some effort in it and feel confident when talking to others, because confidence is also one of the key things that you will need.
Speaking of confidence, how do you feel knowing that, you know, Little Bird once told me a few days ago that they are thinking of inducting you into the main squadron for Star Wars Squadrons? How does that make you feel, Aaron?
Actually, that makes me feel excited and anxious in the same time, because, well, I enjoy playing Starfighter Assault, especially now when Star Wars Squadrons was announced. But I really like those kind of games which require teamwork. And in this game, as you all know, we will have 5 players in total. At the beginning, we will have to develop tactics, which I'm a big fan of. I really love planning a battle.
When I told you should join the army, you didn't listen to me.
There's still some time.
There's still some time.
And yeah, the game just looks awesome, especially with different classes like support, fighter, and so on. So yeah, I'm really excited about
And
that.
don't forget fleet attacks, you know, fleet raids.
Oh, yeah.
I'm waiting for that.
That's going to be so good. I can't
And
wait.
for those who are worried that, well, I want to make it with Arrow to Sanders team, which is the elite of the community, don't worry, fear not. I have taken permission from Sander to start a squadron called the Falcon Squadron, and I would love to see you guys join me as my brothers and Falcons, you know. But I'm gonna be Falcon 1, just saying. But yeah, I am excited for the new game. I like you said, there are a lot of game modes and tactics, man. Tactics are amazing. And don't forget, Arrow, I think you're gonna be gathering some money to get that VR set now, huh? Knowing that it's VR compatible.
Yeah, definitely. The VR set and the new controller, which is rumored to come with the game. It will be so amazing, really. It would make a real experience.
Well, that's what we need. You know, Star Wars is all about experience. Like,
Indeed.
for those who have lightsabers at home, how did you feel getting a lightsaber for the first time? I was kind of disappointed I couldn't cut my brother's arm off, but you know, that was... I wanted to be Obi-Wan for a minute, but like, what can we do, yeah?
Yeah.
But, you know, like, you've been a great friend, and you've been a even greater brotherhood teammate. And I'm so proud to call you a friend and a brother as well. And you
thank you,
are,
man.
as I recall, a captain. Oh, sorry, you're a commander with me in the House of Ren, are you not?
Of course I am, yes. The two
And
of
that
us are
makes
one
me
of the
proud.
co-leaders.
That makes me proud. Like, not gonna lie.
Yeah,
That
it
makes me
proud
really
as well.
proud because For those of you who don't know, like Arrow said, he's a huge fan of tactics. And he has one hell of a tactic. You should see me and him going down, becoming Republic commandos, and getting some clanker
definitely.
butts. Like that's life right there, you know.
Yeah, we have somewhat of a same fighting style, and yeah, we're easy to talk to, so that makes us a good team. Most definitely.
Well, you know, you've done great, Aaron. I couldn't have asked for a better friend, honestly.
I couldn't ask for a better brother as well, Rama. Thank you.
So that's about it, folks, for today's podcast. Now, excuse me for stuttering a lot. I'm not usually like this, but
You're good,
I'm
man.
just proud of all of you who managed to come to the deployment yesterday. And just to say, the house run deployment, for those who are in house run, it's going to take place tomorrow. So I hope to see you all there. And I hope to see you all strive and conquer during this new event of the Brotherhood. You are all amazing, amazing people, and Ara, you have showed to that. And I am proud to have you here again, have you here today. Now I hope you're gonna accept coming in again and making another.
Of course I will.
appearance.
This is really fun. I love
Well,
it.
then, you've got it, folks. If you want to join the podcast of darkness, if you want to, you know, commit and be featured, just hit me up on Discord. I'm Emperor Raminus or Ramodim or whatever the hell you want to call me, yeah? See you and have a very beautiful day.
See ya, guys.
And end. Save the clip.
Make sure to record.